Andrew Ridgeley has told how George Michael's death has left a void in his life, and he would give anything to have lunch and play Scrabble with the late singer one final time. The Wham! Star, 60, became close friends with George, who he affectionately called Yog, when they met at school aged 12, and Andrew admits he was in disbelief when he was told the music icon had died on Christmas Day 2016. He said, "When I found out George had died, it was a moment of disbelief. I think that's a very good way of putting it. I think anyone finds it difficult to comprehend when someone they're so close to passes away. It's an inconceivable moment. It leaves a void in your life. I'd love to just sit and have a sit-down lunch again, to chat and play Scrabble with Yog again." Andrew also has fond memories of a time before his and George's group Wham, who were formed in 1981, had any hits. The star recalls being a very happy and affectionate trio with George and Shirley Kemp, 61, who was a backing singer for the group and later had a relationship with Andrew. He said, "If I could go back to any time in my life, it would probably be when Yog, Shirley, Ridgeley's then-girlfriend and future Wham! Backing singer Shirley Holliman, and me were knocking around together as a very, very happy and affectionate trio. Before anything had been released. That's when we had the least concerns in life. We had absolutely nothing, but we had each other's company, hours spent together doing nothing in particular, just trying to write songs. In those teenage years there's no demands of life upon you. You are essentially carefree. And only a few elements of outside life impinge upon that. That's the golden moment. Yog and I were very close, but I think he discussed his personal life more with Shirley than even with me. We were a very close-knit trio for 3 years when we were younger. Shirley and me were dating before my 18th birthday. Certainly in matters of artistic decisions, had always asked my counsel first and foremost." George came out as gay in an interview with US TV network CNN in 1998, but Andrew has now questioned whether the Faith singer could have done so earlier in his career, because it didn't have a negative effect on the careers of the likes of Sir Elton John, 76, and the late Queen frontman Freddie Mercury. But Andrew admits George's biggest concern was what his father, Jack Panayiotou, might make of him being homosexual. He said, "When Yog told Shirley and me he was gay, we mostly worried about what his father would say. That was the main concern. I felt on the one hand that he perhaps could have come out. I mean, I don't like that expression. He could have made it public. Would that have affected our career success? It didn't affect Boy George's. It didn't affect Freddie Mercury's or Elton John's later on. It's a question that will never be answered. But at the time, as 19-year-olds, we felt that he ought not to tell his dad." Despite Wham's global success in the 80s, with the group selling more than 30 million records between 1982 and 1986, Andrew regrets not working harder in his career, and thinks it would have been beneficial to him and George if they had a manager who gave them more life advice. He said, "What would I have done differently? I would certainly have worked harder, but am really not one for what-ifs. What has been done is done. Maybe if we'd had a manager who, and this isn't a criticism of Simon Napier-Bell, also advised us on life, the career aspect of our lives, that would be handy to have." Generally, a little more life advice growing up probably wouldn't have been a bad thing. While George went on to have huge success as a solo artist, Andrew moved to Monaco and tried Formula 3 racing, but the star has insisted he was never envious of his friends' achievements and finds such claims alien and bizarre. Speaking to the Big Issue magazine, he added, "It might be difficult for people to believe I was never envious of you, but I just didn't feel that way. It's not a factor of my personality. I was thrilled to pieces with his development into the artist that he became. He was my best friend. It is so alien and bizarre to me that anyone would feel otherwise."
From above.